It's Tastepink, and I've teamed up with Outre for their hashtag Braid Babe challenge, and I'm going to be showing you guys some super cute and easy updo styles, slaying with these super vibrant colors. Girl, I'm channeling my inner mythical unicorn mermaid fairy tale like vibe all throughout this video, and I hope you guys love this. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm attempting to create a horizontal part, and it starts just behind my right ear, and I'm going to bring that part all the way over to the opposite ear. Now, crooked parts matter. I struggle. Okay, let's be clear. So this is about as good as it's gonna get. It doesn't have to be perfect, actually. So I'm just going to start working on the front. I don't know how to describe the shape of this section, but I wanted the part in this general area to be pretty perfect. Now I'm going to be using the Supergrow hair gel, and this has placenta extract, biotin, vegetable protein, onion juice. I mean, everything you need for improving hair growth. And so I applied this to the areas of my parting space so that it can help me create a neater looking part. This is a hack for all my girls and guys who struggle. I see you. Now I'm creating the first horizontal part within this section. I had to actually attempt this several times. It happens, sis. I just wanted to show you guys real time, and you just want to create about 3 sections. Of course you can create more, but I'm keeping it easy because parting is not my thing. Make sure you guys are securing each section before you move on to the next. Now I'm using the Style Factor Edge Booster in Lemonberry. This smells so good. And I'm applying this to the perimeter near the parts. This slicks my hair down perfectly. I'm going to be using my trusty rubber bands to help secure this section. I also tried elastic bands with this, and you guys are going to see later on that it actually popped on me. If you guys are worried about breakage, just apply some oil of some sort to your rubber bands so that it doesn't break your hair. Now the next section is going to be split in half. I thought that was split directly down the middle. It's not, but we're going to keep rolling with it. One of the things that I like about rubber band styles is that they don't have to be perfect. And also with the Braid Babe hair, like the colors are so vibrant, like people aren't going to be really even looking at, you know, your parts, you know, your struggling rubber band style. They're going to be looking at the hair, the extensions. So you got to slay that. I'm parting that last section into 3. So I hope you guys can kind of see how I connected half of the end of one section into the section just behind it. Okay, you're not going to be adding the full end into the section behind it. You're going to do half, split your sections in half. But this is where I realized that I had an elastic band that popped, so I had to redo everything. That's the risk that you run when you use elastic bands. I don't know, but I'm just showing you guys. I'm twisting my hair about mid-length using the Style Factor Edge Booster, and then I'm connecting it. Again, I had to redo this. You guys already saw it, but you know, we're being thorough here. Do you guys like elastic bands or rubber bands? I really need to know. Am I doing something wrong? Please, someone tell me. Now, I wanted to show you guys specifically for the sections in the middle, you're splitting every section in half except for the first one. So I'm going to be combining half of the section on the left and half of the section on the right into the section directly behind it in the middle. And I'm securing it with an elastic band. Y'all saw that? Okay. This is super easy and I think very beginner friendly. You can even reduce the number of sections if you're scared. For my hair that I use to twist in the sections, I just want to secure them in place. I hate leaving my hair like unraveled and just throwing it in a bun, so I like to twist everything down. And I added my DIY whipped shea butter, which is so hydrating. I just love it. And I'm taking my ultra hydrating mixture oil. Girl, my scalp, my hair loves this. I don't know why I stopped using it, but I'm focusing that in the crown because that area is very sensitive when I do updo, so I want to make sure there's no breakage. And I'm using the Got To Be Glam Force sculpting gel. I'm using a little bit because if you use too much, it can cause your hair to revert. And then I'm going to go on with a little bit of the edge booster and just slick everything down. Now, my perimeter hairline is very fine, so that's something to keep in mind. Your hairline may be thicker, it may be thinner. If you need to use eyeshadow, a hair color spray, don't be ashamed, sis. Make this style work for you. I want everyone to feel like they can slay this look. Now you guys can see I'm going to be twisting down this section to the very end, sealing it with my shea butter so that it's moisturized, hydrated during, you know, the wear time of this style. And I'm just pinning it in place. Now I'm taking 2 packs of the OMULVIO and 1 pack of the 3OM/MT, and I'm just connecting this into a scrunchie, a very sturdy scrunchie with no metal. I'm attaching this to my bun. Notice it is on the left side. I'm combing it out. This hair does have a bit of, you know, texture to it, those crinkles in it, so you definitely want to go through and comb it. But the great thing about this is it's pre-stretched, it's pre-layered, it's pre-feathered. And I'm just creating little braids. This is completely optional, but I just like to do a little bit of accents to, you know, standard updos to spruce it up. You know, this is, you can jazz it up. I'm extra. Now I'm braiding the entire section very loosely. It's full, it's very thick. Again, I used about 3 packs of hair, and I'm going all the way down to the ends. Now you guys see how the ends are beginning to taper. That's every girl's dream, okay? Now I'm pulling the hair over to the right side where I want it to lay, and I'm really widening out the top of the braid so that it can cover my natural hair, and I'm pinning it in place. So, you know, I'm always thinking a little bit different. I took a section of hair, twisted it loosely around a flexi rod, you know, just, you know, making it about average width. And then I took a perm rod to seal up the ends, and you know, I just let that rock. Dipped it in hot water for about 15 to 30 seconds. Be careful when you guys are doing this, please. And I also dipped the flexi rod for about 30 seconds. When you do this, this does slightly change the texture. I'm just, you know, creating the little accents around the rubber bands. This helps to disguise any parts that aren't even. You can really finesse this, sis. But you guys see how I'm crocheting this curl into the braid just to give it more dimension. You know, I didn't want it to be some just regular braid. You know, Halloween is coming. I mean, whether you like to slay. The Braid Babe color scheme is insane. They have so many different colors, sis. Like, if you're not for the bright looks, they have some that are perfect. You know, the burgundies, honey blondes, the nice ombres. But how do you guys feel about this look? I'm in love with it. On to the next look. I am taking the color OMRSGLD along with OMULVIO and 3OM/VIOPK. I know it's a lot. I'll have everything annotated. I'm taking this and putting it into a scrunchie to secure it in place because this is going to be our ponytail. Make sure you comb out the hair. Again, it's very textured, so combing it is necessary. So you guys see I pinned the scrunchie onto a canvas blockhead and I'm braiding the hair down. I created a total of 14 braids. You can create as many as 5, 6, however you want. The larger the braids, the more loose the pattern. This is how it looks, and I did go in to braid the very ends of the entire section so everything has, adequate curl definition. Dipped it in the hot water, let it set for about 45 seconds to a minute. Now I'm attaching the bun to my head. Girl, I'm already in love with the color. You see how I got the backdrop going? I was feeling it. Now I'm taking one of the braids because I left 3 braids within the ponytail. I didn't, undo them. And you guys can see for that textured look, you just unbraid the braids as if it's a braid out. You don't want to destroy the curl pattern or the definition. And I'm just securing the hair in the back to cover my natural hair. You want to pin that in place. And I'm fluffing out some of the curls and adding some of my fat hair jewelry. These are like the perfect accents. Sis, I feel like a unicorn, the fairy tale creature that I know myself to be when I create these styles that are just so gorgeous. And I want to thank Outre for collaborating with me and hosting this giveaway where you all can win some hair to do your own Braid Babe challenge. Be sure to check out New York Hair Mall to purchase the new Braid Babe Braiding Hair and use my coupon code PINK10 to get money off your purchase. And slay this look, make sure you tag us on Instagram, and I want to see your looks, #Braid Babe Challenge. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.